Custom clodbuster tube chassis build part 3. Tonight's episode, I want to show you the wheels and tires. And also, I got a bit more welding and fabricating done on this chassis, so I'll show you that real quick. Alright, so you can see I got a lot more bracing done in here, right on the roof, back section. Also made mounts for the speed control receiver. I got this lower section in here, and that's where the low seat DBXLE motor and transmission are going to sit. And in case you didn't see the first two episodes, so I built a big ramp jump, and I've destroyed most of my RCs except for the R Italian because that thing's awesome. It's practically indestructible. But I want to build a truck that can handle extreme abuse, jumping, and all that stuff. And I realized that the only thing up to the task is the Tamiya clodbuster, because the original, not the re-release. And so I figured I would modify this clodbuster, so I started with a complete chassis, and I built this thing out of very high quality stainless steel tubing. It's all TIG welded, all bent up, fabricated by me. And this design is, it mimics my real truck. I computer design and build real monster trucks, so this is just a 5th scale version of my real truck. The clodbuster starts out as a 10th scale, but this clodbuster is a 5th scale. So I'm going to be building my own solid axles using the low seat DBXLE gear sets. So that's a bit of work. So I'm going to finish the chassis, and then I'm going to do the axles. So again, like I said, today's episode is wheels and tires. And let me show you what I got. So this is the factory Tamiya clodbuster tire and wheel. Tire is amazing traction, great compound. Wheel is that cool looking, just plain old deep dish white plastic wheel, and it's practically indestructible. But unfortunately, in this application, as I said, is a 5th scale, and the clodbuster starts out as a 10th scale. So I'm gonna need something a little bit bigger. So for this build, I went with the low seat MTXL wheel and tire. It's a beadlock wheel, so there's no gluing required. So it's an excellent compound, and it's huge. Look at it next to it dwarfs the factory clodbuster tire, and because it's a beadlock wheel, no gluing required, and that's cool because when you glue a tire to a wheel and you have to change it, that could be a pain because once you get the tire off, you got to scrape away all the glue, and none of that you have to do with the beadlock wheels. So that's awesome. But one thing you know, if you do buy these tires, when you buy them, they come in pairs, left and right. So if you need a right front and a right rear, you're going to have to buy 2 sets. But I needed all 4, so it was no big deal. And 4 tires and 4 wheels ran me about $300. So that's not bad. And so all in all, I mean, I'm going to have a lot of money tied up in this build because just in tubing alone to build this chassis is about $400. And I have hours and hours and hours of welding and fabricating, cutting, grinding to build the chassis. So and then I still have to do the axles. So this is a big project, but I made a couple stands, jack stands to hold the chassis up. So let me see if I can get this thing mocked up to show you what it's going to look like. So that's pretty much what it's going to look like. I mean, I have a bunch of bracing left to do still. I had to go from like here to here, here to there. It's going to be a 4-link front rear suspension. And I also have to come up with some drive shafts. I'm probably going to have to custom make those too. And still have to build the axles. And I already did the body, so let me pop that on there and see what that's going to look like. Alright, look at that clodbuster body. That thing looks great. So I'm pretty psyched. I can't wait. It's getting there. It's almost done. next episode, I'm going to be installing the electronics. So stay tuned. Look for that. And again, if you have any ideas for this thing, definitely leave them in the comment section, because I'm open to using anybody's input, suggestions, ideas to make this thing even better. So I hope when it's done, this clodbuster is going to be quite the performer. So take care, good night, and like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.